Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I remain your facilitator, and I will be talking about the advisory duty of the cooperative manager. Our expectation is that every student at the end of this session should be able to discuss the advisory duty of the cooperative manager, should be able to describe the activities of the commissioner after completion of reporting and action of the director of the cooperative after the inquiry. Okay, let's just start. As a way of introduction, members of cooperative society need the advice of cooperative assistant regularly. When doing this, the officer should not impose his wish on the people, but must utilize the knowledge gained in the cooperative laws, principles of cooperative to advise the people. Also, the cooperator must not reject the advice given by the officer on the ground that the society belongs to them and they can run the society as they like. Both the cooperative assistant and the members of the society must cooperate and work together in order to make the society successful. Now, what is the advisory duty of the cooperative manager? Since the officer inspects and visits the society regularly, he may advise the members in the premises of the society, in the members' houses, on the farm, or any other place that is suitable. They should also advise them during meetings so that they will be able to take wise decisions and formulate policies within their area of competencies to facilitate effective discharge of the society's business. So he must advise them periodically and accordingly. Now, areas where the officers could advise members include fixing interest to be paid by the members. It should be the rate that is far lower than what obtains in other financial institutions. The bylaws give members the opportunity to fix suitable rate of interest for themselves, and this rate can be amended by members from time to time. Another area the cooperative officer can advise members of the society is on maximum credit limit. What do we mean by that? The maximum credit limit is the highest loan a member can be given in the society. In practice, a member may be given 2 times his asset in the society, twice his assets, share capital, and savings, or twice his savings, depending on the decision of the members in the general meeting. Now, the bylaw gives the members of the society the opportunity to be flexible in fixing of the maximum credit limit. It is then the duty of the officer to advise the members of the society to fix a suitable maximum credit limit for the society. Now, another place again is the maximum amount which the society may borrow, how much the society can borrow outside. The officer also advises the society. The society may have the intention of borrowing money from financial institutions or from members to undergo one project or the other, especially when the money to be borrowed involves a large sum of money. It is the duty of the cooperative assistant to advise the members to make sure the money they are borrowing is worth it, and that the money will be used for something profitable. Another area of advice is maximum amount which the society may invest. The society cannot just invest everything they have. So he gives them advice on how to reach that decision. Whenever the cooperative society intends to invest in a project, the members need the advice of the officer. He can advise them on how to make profitable investment. Any investment that will not pay the society and the members is not worth making. At times when it is necessary for the society to make huge investment, the members have to get approval from the director of cooperative before such an investment can be made. The director of cooperative can also empower the officer to advise the members of all societies on the investment before they send in the application for approval of the director. He also advises them on the fares, the commission, and the quality which may be accepted. This affects maybe the agricultural cooperatives. The officer will advise them, the members of the cooperative, on the allowance made for the weight of their produce, to compensate for any loss in weight that may result from evaporation, dryness, storage, and all that. He would also advise them on the commission to charge on handling members' produce. Now, he also advises them on the day-to-day operation of the society, like the use of their equipment, their farming practice, the saving culture, and so on and so forth. Now, he also advises them on the cooperative law and the bylaw, where they meet, where they are in conflict. The members of the society needs to read these documents always and understand them and utilize them to run their society. Also, whenever the members of the society are holding their meeting, the cooperative assistant cooperative assistant needs to read the bylaw and interpret them themselves, so that they can get a clear understanding of what it's all about. The officer can also advise members on business to embark upon. Whenever members of the society want to embark on any project, e.g. poultry, fishery, piggery, bread making, and so on, garri grating, and so on, they need the advice of the cooperative assistant. He must conduct a feasibility study on the project they want to embark upon to ensure that the project is viable. If not, he has to discourage them. The cooperative assistant must ensure that he gives them advice that will not lead them to collapse their society. Now, inquiry. How to conduct an inquiry? The director of cooperative is the inquirer for cooperatives. He is empowered by the law to perform this activity. He may delegate the power to his zonal area officer or to the cooperative assistant. An inquiry may be necessary if it is suspected that there is a fraud, embezzlement, or misappropriation of funds in the society. It may also happen if members or the committee members raise an alarm on such issues. When an inquiry takes place, the inquirer will have to look into the books, records, cash accounts, and documents of the society. Now, how do you conduct an inquiry? One, on the motion of the director. The director can be the one initiating the idea to conduct an inquiry. An inquiry can come into existence when the director of the cooperative acts on a tip. Somebody tips him off that a fraud or an embezzlement is taking place in the society, or if he suspects such a thing in the society, he can on his own motion institute an inquiry into the affairs of the society. He may also carry out an inquiry into the affairs of the society after going through the records of the society. Now, members of committee can call for an inquiry, right? So when they suspect something about their society, they can initiate it by calling for an inquiry. Now, the creditors of a society can call for an inquiry. The creditors of a cooperative society can appeal to the director to institute an inquiry into the affairs of a society. If such creditor can prove the society owes him some money, which he had made demands for but not obtained. When a creditor calls for such an inquiry, he may be required to deposit some money. That will be the running cost of the inquiry with the director. And the fourth is that officers that hold the inquiries. As mentioned earlier, the director of cooperative is empowered by law to hold an inquiry into the workings of a society. He may also delegate this power to one of his officers. This will be done by giving such an officer a letter of appointment to carry out the exercise. A panel of inquiry may also be set up by an appointment of 3-man panel. This may be the chairman and 2 other members. The director will spell out their terms of references, and the duration of the exercise will be on their letters of appointment. This panel will look into the books and records of the society and make some general investigation on what is going on in the society. Now, there are terms of references. Wherever the director of cooperative empowers the officer to inquire into the affairs of a society, the terms of references is usually to look into the constitution, the working, and the financial condition of the society. Now, what's the procedure of an inquiry? The commission would ensure that The first is that the commission will ensure that the notice to hold an inquiry gets to the society. It may be delivered to the society by the cooperative assistant in charge of the society within the authority of the area officer. The commission or inquiry may be from the headquarters or the zonal office or the area office. If this is the case, the cooperative assistant will assist officers to carry out the inquiry. The cooperative assistant may also be appointed to do the job. The commissioner will have to visit the society, present his letter of appointment to members, all right, and ensure a suitable date and venue is fixed for inquiry. Alternatively, the cooperative assistant may do their preliminaries on behalf of the commissioner. Okay, still on the terms and conditions or the procedures of procedure of an inquiry. A suitable hall will be sought. It must be big enough to contain all the members. That must be adequate. There must be adequate light, ventilation, and suitable seat in the hall. The area officer or the cooperative assistant or commissioner himself will have to take custody of the books and the record of the society. And the report of what is going on in the society will be prepared by the cooperative assistant in charge of the society. This may include the following: that is the name and particulars of loan defaulters, non-compliance to bylaws, minute books of the society, preparation of the trial balance, list of members involved in cross-suretyship, where people try to cross-surety themselves, disobediences to maximum credit limits. He just keeps record of all these things. He must prepare an income society. He must also prepare a report on other relevant activities of the members and officers which contravene the bylaws of the society. The books, the record, and the report on matters expressed above, that's all these things we just listed, would be presented on the day of inquiry. It's important to note that the inquirer is empowered to summon any of the members of that society, officers of that society, the secretary, the committee members, witnesses, and compel their attendance at the workshop. Now, there are other things. Other witnesses will be called upon to present their cases as the first witness may have done. The members are also free to cross-examine the witnesses. They may also be allowed to make their statement in writing. This will be followed by the presentation of necessary exhibit, maybe exhibit A, B, C, D, and so on. And they must be initialed by the commissioner. A certified true copy of the society's documents may stand for the original documents of the society. Now, the statement of the respondents in this inquiry, representatives of the society, witnesses, and the presentation of exhibits may demand for the checking of the correctness in the books and records of the society. It is the duty of the commissioner to do so. The inquiry can come to a close when all evidences provided have stopped and when all the cross-examination have come to an end. Now, preparation of the report. After every inquiry, there must be a report. Now, the date of the inquiry and the time must be put. The venue must be put. Attendance, those that attended, the names must be written in it. Oral evidences must be recorded. Exhibits tagged properly must be there. All information gathered from the books and records of the society that are relevant to the inquiry must be written in the report. The commissioner would present these findings in the report, which would be the result of the information he had collected from the respondents, the complainants, the witnesses, and exhibits, the books, the record of the society. The commissioner must attach the society's trial balance as at date of inquiry to the report. Now, activities of the commissioner after completion of the report. The commissioner may return or ask the cooperative assistant to charge the society to return the books and records of the society he had taken charge of to the society after the inquiry. This may not be so if the commissioner is convinced that it is unwise to return those books and records to the society, especially if it is certain that the society will be wound up. This action will be reported to the director of cooperative. The report of the inquiry will be submitted to the director of cooperative through the area officer or divisional cooperative officer. Action of the director of cooperative after the inquiry. If the report of the inquiry shows that the society has no chance of survival any longer, he will have to order the liquidation of the society. On the contrary, the society will be allowed for some time to mend fences or thereafter face liquidation. However, the director will appropriate cost to the individual, the society, to the members, to the officers or creditor, as the case may be. If you have learned from these videos, click the notification button. Please give it a thumbs up so that others can see it or will see it. Always remember to subscribe if you have not done so. Until next time, keep learning.